What's up, y'all? Hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you guys are at peace with everything going on. You know, there's a lot of chaos and shit happening, and regardless of the chaos, you gotta separate yourself, bro. You gotta be peaceful. You gotta keep evolving. You have to grow yourself because you are the thing that matters most, not anything around you. I promise you that. Your mindset, your body, your soul, all of that is so much bigger than anything on this world. I promise you that. I promise you that, bro. Regardless, I just want to make a quick video today. Not really something too crazy, not something too long. Talking about why your vote, it does matter. The thumb, not the thumbnail, the title is a little clickbaity, but it's still telling the overall truth. Your vote does matter, but not nearly as much as you think. And you should not be crashing out on everyone you know if they didn't vote for your candidate, or if you shouldn't be blaming them for a certain person winning. This chart right here shows you perfectly why. But the number one point is the first time Donald Trump was elected. Let me preface this by saying, by the way, I don't take sides on this. Obviously, as a black man, Kamala would probably have been better for me, and for women, obviously, she would have been a lot better. But I didn't prefer either. I think they're both heinous and evil as fuck. And if you tell me you need to vote for the lesser evil, you are the problem. I'm not gonna lie to you. What the fuck do I look like voting for someone I think is evil? That's so silly to me. Like, that's just, to me, voting for someone that's evil and you know they are is just going against my morals because they're less evil than the other guy. Like, that's crazy to me. That's like being like, well, you know, I'm not even gonna do any fucking references. But look here, if you see here, you see Donald Trump lost his first election in the popular vote by 3 million fucking people. 3 million. I don't know about you, but 3 million is not a small amount of people. Everyone else lost by like a couple 100,000 or 100,000 at most. He lost it by 3 fucking million people. And he still got office. The first time he was ever elected. So, if you guys want someone to blame, or if you want to actually make some change or do something about this instead of just getting mad at your family members, your co-workers, everyone that has voted opposing to you, then I would probably start thinking about the Electoral College. Because can someone tell me what the fuck the Electoral College is? Like, I know what it is, you know what I mean? But I don't know anyone that's in it. I don't know what their agenda is. We don't, dude, what, like, I know what it is, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? I know that they make votes and they choose what they think is best. But this showcases how little your vote actually matters, bro. He lost by 3 fucking million. Like that's kind of crazy, is that not? 3 million people went up there, put their fucking ballots in, voted for the opposite, and got not what they wanted. They literally won the popular vote. Like with these other ones, like it's somewhat valid. Like I said, like there's like 100,000 people, or like is mainly the difference for most of these. Like except for this one, it's like 500,000. Still kind of a big ass fucking difference. And this is where it really started, I'd say, right here with Al Gore and George Bush. But I just feel like everyone's crashing out for no real fucking reason, like, because nothing started yet. And obviously a lot of those policies seem a little ridiculous coming out from DT. But also I still think he's trying to do some good. I'm not going to sit here and defend him. I do think he's a fascist in the making. But the number one thing is, y'all gotta stop crashing out before anything happens. Because in reality, we never know if he lost the popular vote and still could have gotten elected. In reality. And for people to start putting the blame on their other citizens and other civilians and their like people they know and loved ones, instead of, you know, looking at the whole system of democracy and seeing how insanely corrupt everything is when you actually look deep into it, which no one wants to do that, then they'd realize that they're blaming the wrong people. They need to blame the Electoral College, of all things. Because regardless of what the popular vote was, the Electoral College was going to choose who they were going to choose. And that's just the facts. The Electoral College would have voted in whoever the fuck they wanted to, and it would not have mattered the vote difference. And this right here just shows you that perfectly. 3 million, bro. That's a lot of niggas. Like, And then people are probably gonna be like, well, it's not technically 3 million, it's like 2 point something. That's still a lot of fucking people. He lost it by at least 1 million. Alright? And that's a lot of fucking people going up there and going out of their way to vote. So, please, just take a deep breath and relax and just wait and see the storm coming, at least. Like I said, I do think they're both evil, to be honest. Like, if you look into their history of both of them, they are both heinous, and corrupt. Like, Kamala was literally locking up black men and like parents over truancy because their kids weren't going to school and ruining families, locking up people over drug charges. Donald Trump was denying black people housing in apartments and shit. Like, they're both fucking sick fucks. And if you think you should vote for the lesser of two evil, like, you are low-key the problem. Because if you think I'm gonna get up and go out of my way to vote for someone I think is evil, that goes against my morals, at least. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. If I think the person's evil, why the fuck would I want them to win? So if I think they're both evil, why would I want either of them to win? Being so 100%. Like, I did care about the election to a point, but regardless, to me, this election really did look like the crash out of America, regardless of who won. Because if Kamala won instead, there would have been a January 6th part 2, and then there would have been just so much fucking chaos. And we already see the outcome if DT wins, bro. It's just people crashing out on TikTok and shit. So it's just like, to me, it looks like everyone's crashing out over nothing, bro. Nothing's even happened yet, except for a lot of companies. I won't say nothing's happened yet, because a lot of companies are cutting bonuses and shit to get ready for the tariffs. And on top of that, I don't know if you guys see that supervillain they fucking elected. Not elected, that supervillain Donald Trump put on his squad or whatever. I don't fucking know, cabinet. And the guy, like, the mass deportation nigga, bro. That guy is fucking evil. And nothing you can tell me can convince me that guy is not pure evil. The one that's like, we can deport the families together. He is a sick man. Sick fucking man. He looks like he enjoys enacting suffering on the people that came here for a better life, to be honest. But yeah, I just felt like it was important that I made a video discussing this, because it's crazy how much people are crashing out over shit that hasn't even happened yet. But regardless, I hope you guys have been doing good. I hope you haven't been letting any of the shit that's been happening get to you. And I hope that regardless of this election, regardless of the outcome, regardless of everything, you guys are able to prosper, you're able to live, you're able to breathe, and grow yourself. I feel like this is the time, more than ever, this is the time to tap into spirituality if you have not, because once you get to spirituality, you realize nothing on this road that's in front of us really is that big of a deal. Like I promise you, there's so much, like, there's people literally dying over their religion, and there's so many people just dying all around the world right now, and the suffering. There's the Ukraine and Russian war, and all this just sick shit happening, and people want to crash out over an election and acting like it's going to ruin their lives. But they're not getting shot at, they're not getting their land taken, they're not getting oppressed, really. Like, they're going, somewhat, and let me chill, we are probably most likely will end up getting oppressed. Minorities and women alike are going to end up probably getting oppressed from this guy. But it's not the end of the world. It's really not. And you gotta realize that the way you feel about your loved ones is bigger than any election. The connection you have with your loved ones is bigger than any election. Because if you feel like they're dumb for the way they voted, everyone's dumb and everyone makes mistakes. And everyone, they fuck up. They fuck up. But, like, this is just a perfect example of why I feel like voting is so fucking, like, overestimated. There you go. It's overestimated, bro. Because he lost by 3 fucking million, bro. He lost by 3 million niggas and women. That is not a small number. If voting mattered, he would have never been in office in the first place. So, just keep that in mind when you're crashing out on people. Blaming black men, blaming Latinos, blaming all these different people, just continuing to divide everyone over an election, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. Like I said, I'm neutral though. I side with no party, because I just feel like, especially this election, every party is fucking evil. Not every party, but the two primary parties are just evil anyways. They have their own secret agendas. They have their own hidden shit. And I feel like an election is more about conjuring energy in a way than it is about policy and all that stuff and getting people mad and riled up than it is about who is best to lead the country. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are able to have a good day. Hope you guys are able to refrain from any like negative thoughts you may have or feelings about this election. And I hope that at the end of the day, you guys are able to see like you're bigger than this shit, bro. Every human is bigger than this shit. It's gonna affect you. It's gonna affect everyone. But as long as you're about your wits, you connect it, you tap in, and you do your thing, you should be straight, bro. Like, because it's only 4 years. He can't, unless he actually abolishes term limits. And that's why I'm saying I low-key think this guy is a fascist in the making. Like, I don't. Yeah. But another major point before I end this video. If this system wasn't so foul, and like if it wasn't fucked up, then why is a felon even allowed to run as president? And I'm like he can't even leave the country, but people think he can lead it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the system itself. It's not your fucking brother who voted for him. It's not, you know, any race or anything. It's the system itself. He is a felon. Like, I'm just stating facts. He is a literal felon. Like, why is he allowed to run? That is what blew my mind. Like, how fucked up are we as a country where we think that's just okay? But if you get a felony, your life is ruined. Your life's literally over. But because this guy talks funny, which he does talk very funny, and because he he presents himself in a way and applies to certain people, he's okay to vote even though he has like 35 fucking felonies. But that's besides the point. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the system itself. It's not your cousin. It's not your uncle. It's not your fucking dad. It's the system. Because regardless of who you guys wanted to win, the Electoral College had who they wanted to win. And they are the deciding factor at the end of the day. And for all we know, the Electoral College could be a bunch of rich-ass motherfuckers that no one knows, that owns a bunch of business and are nothing like us. They're more likely like that than they are like some randoms. Like, they're more likely a bit like business owners, big-time business owners, and people that cannot relate to the everyday person. So, if you want to direct your blame at anyone, I'd blame the Electoral College more than I would blame people. Reminder, he lost by 3 million fucking votes, pretty much. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, you guys gotta stop crashing out. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like and a comment, of course. I do think that right now, like I said, you gotta tap in with yourself. You gotta grow yourself. You gotta become the best version of yourself, because once you do that, I feel like that's when you truly do realize how actually small these elections are. They are taking advantage of your willing to be mad. They're taking advantage of your willing to crash out. They're taking advantage of you when you get mad and upset and cut people off. They're taking advantage of that, bro. So, it's just an election, bro. It's only 4 years. And if you really do think, if you're this negative about how things are, like, you feel that negative about this shit, like, just plan to move out, bro, of this country. Because, I mean, I do think, like, I'm planning to eventually in my life, because I do think this country's going down the shitter, and it's been since before I was born. So, regardless, you guys have a good one. Peace.